Hello, welcome to the Made You Smile podcast. My name's Melinda.
And I'm Carrie, and we're here to bring you fun, laughter, and maybe even a few aha moments.
So ready, set, smile. Oh wait, I didn't smile.
Are my bangs good?
See, that pressured me. I always felt like that was a very important job to you for me to have.
It was.
And I didn't feel like I was up to the task of saying and making the decision, your forehead with the bangs in the current situation are looking the way Carrie would like them to look.
I didn't
know if I was on the Carrie level of caring.
I have a very large forehead.
Right, but you had standards that your bangs need to meet.
I do have standards, and
I wasn't sure I was always understanding the criteria.
No,
because I always thought it looked
on my bangs. I remember this one time because I used to sweep my bangs over to the side.
Exactly.
But I had this cowlick, and it would show one big shiny part of my forehead, and it drove me insane. I didn't have the foresight to switch sides of my bangs to fix the cowlick, but I suffered through it. And then when we were filming, you and I, a video for Skitsy Chicks, Adam Carter was doing our filming.
Yes.
Was our video.
Very funny, by the way.
I love Adam. I miss Adam. But you had said it to me so much, and we were in front of the camera.
What had I said to you?
Hey, your bangs are doing the thing. And
okay.
So he was about to say action, but before he goes, Carrie, your bangs are doing the thing. And I was like, thanks, Adam. You got me too. So
okay. So I did meet the criteria.
You did meet the criteria. Yes. So thank you for taking care of my
now I have to say
related needs.
Do you always return the favor? I have seen some videos where my gray hair is doing this floofy funny thing on top and the light's hitting just right and catching it. And I'm just wondering if there's reciprocation.
Okay, but
is there reciprocation?
Here's the difference.
What's the difference?
I asked for you to say, tell me when the bang. I don't want to say, Melinda, your hair is doing this fluffy thing.
Okay, on those standards.
And you could have been like,
if I have a green piece of spinach.
I meant for my hair to look
in
this
my
way.
Teeth, but I haven't asked to be corrected.
That's so different. That's such a different.
Oh, can you write down these rules?
No, because they're too complicated. Here's the thing. You have to communicate to me
what I want you to tell me about.
This is the criteria that my hair needs to meet. You know mine. Because I will ask you, how's the back of my hair? Do I have any holes in my hair?
Yeah, you do have a back of the hair thing.
It looks great.
Right.
Okay, are my bangs sweeping? This is what it's supposed to look like.
Here's mine.
Okay. Finally, after 28 years of friendship.
I need the fat neck
thing. Oh, yes.
You're slumping.
I'm on it.
You're slumping. Yeah. And so the double chin's coming out.
Okay, but...
And here's a good thing.
Yeah.
A good way to hide that
is
to bring the hair forward. Bring the hair forward.
Okay.
Bring the hair forward. And then, sit up straight.
Yeah.
Look. And put a pillow behind you so you're not leaning back in a bathtub.
Yeah.
Like the Ricky Gervais, he did that whole bathtub series where he's taking pictures of his
where he makes his face look like Jabba the Hutt.
That's it. Okay, I'm glad we've got this.
But no, wait. I've got questions.
Okay.
I forgot what it was. It was about your hair and all of the things.
Oh, the rules.
The rules. But yeah, anyway, I did see I am a sucker for advertising. They see me coming a mile away.
Okay.
I love packaging. I love gimmicks. I love
you found some fat chin packaging?
Yes.
What?
Yes. It was on Shark Tank. I don't know if it was American Shark Tank, but it was on Shark Tank.
Is it the tape thing?
Yes.
That's brilliant.
That? So it's like this
elastic band.
Yeah. and you put it on the back of your neck, and it's like an instant facelift. Look at that.
Oh,
Look how
that's
like I'm just doing it to myself, but I think you could.
so
I'd be willing to try.
We need to try that.
Okay.
Just so it doesn't go
I'm
so
gonna
much
order
that
us
like
some.
it starts pulling your
Yeah,
mouth.
no,
you
but
know?
it does just for your neck.
Oh,
It'll
that's
just pull
great.
your neck tight, which I need because I've got all these little waddles.
You know what? Can we normalize getting older?
Can we just normalize getting
Can we
older?
normalize gravity
Who
happens?
decided to start fighting?
I wrote a song about this very issue.
I would love to hear it. Please sing it for
You
me
remember?
right now.
Loving me when gravity takes over. It's not an easy thing to do, but honey, if we're being perfectly honest, gravity's been affecting you too. I don't remember the main part, but that was the chorus.
It's brilliant.
You know,
that is a love
gravity
song for the ages.
affects everybody.
It does affect everybody.
So let's normalize
Let's
gravity.
normalize it.
and
I'll
aging.
never forget. And to me, this was so funny. It was such a funny moment because the comedy of it, and I should have been so offended, but the comedy of it, I'm sorry. If you offend me and it's
Well done offense.
yes,
It's offense done in a well,
if it's an
in
offense
a good
done
manner.
also unintentionally, then I am going to.
It's gonna show up
It's gonna be in a skit. It's gonna be. I'm like, oh.
Okay,
thank
who
you.
offended?
I can't
well,
tell you who.
Okay.
But it was a friend of mine at the time, and we've since like fell out of contact and stuff for no big reason. Just
life happens.
proximity. Yeah. But she was selling makeup and skincare. And I know some of my friends that listen to this are going to go, I know exactly who you're talking about, because this person had a real awkward way of saying things that was really offensive, but she just had a heart pure of gold. But she was telling me about, trying to sell me on the skincare. And we were sitting at lunch and she was talking about, and I was asking her like, okay, for me, what would you recommend? Like what? And the first words out of her mouth was, well, I see that your face is falling. So I was like, okay, is it? I haven't noticed that, but
I had a similar
good for
situation.
bringing that up.
I went into my doctor and he had started, some doctor's offices have started this attached to them as some kind of skincare,
Yes.
beauty, whatever.
Yes.
Right? And that's what had happened with my doctor. And I walked in and we were having my normal, annual physical. He said, you got bangs. And I said, yes, I did. He said, is it to hide the wrinkles on your forehead?
Shut up.
He thought that was a natural step
normal
into
segue.
Hey, guess what we've just started doing and providing anti-aging products and skincare right next door in our you're old but look younger clinic.
I've been told that women want these things.
I was like, wait. And now we got to go into my annual physical and EKG and all the
heavens.
stuff.
Oh.
This just doesn't feel like a natural
You know what?
progression.
I saw somebody say that I don't like going to the dentist as much as anybody, but at least they don't weigh you.
That's right.
Dentist doesn't need to weigh you.
I try, when I go in, I step on the scale, I cover my eyes, and I try to cover the eyes of the nurse next.
Either one of us need to see this. This is none of our business.
They're dodging, and they're like, no, this part of my job.
I'm going to try that next time. I'm going to try that. I'm going to cover
Neither
my
one of
eyes. You cover your eyes.
Neither one of us
Nobody
need to see
needs to
this.
know
And
this.
look, listen, here's the thing. I won't be disappointed, and you won't be disappointed
We can
in
get
me.
on with our day.
You won't be disappointed in me.
me.
It's a win. The way I see it, it's just a win all around.
And I need to win disappointment. Oh my gosh.
Hey, listen, Carrie.
Yes.
Your bangs look good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm
thanks.
doing my job.
Yeah, bless you. And
Thank
you're not
you.
just saying that, right? You
I'm-
tell me if
I'm
they
not.
look like
I'm not.
trash.
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the right is still. I don't know anymore. always unsure of the title of this segment. It's either Hall Monitor of the World or Why Haven't They Fixed This Yet? You'll have to tell me which segment this fits in.
Okay.
But I'm a little irritated with the skincare line. We were talking about, my
Yes.
doctor's adding this on and,
Yes.
gravity taking over.
Yep.
So I've fallen into, on occasion, some of the targeted ads toward me
Okay.
and my age
Skincare.
lady.
Little gimmicks and yeah.
So just something with retinol A or something anyway for the wrinkles, the fine wrinkles or all that. So
Right. Yeah.
okay, have you noticed though that these jars that you pay $75 for, I didn't pay 75. I know
Yeah.
I didn't pay 75, but a lot for, they come in these beautifully weighted
Yes.
jars.
Yes.
And you take the lid off and you realize there's about 1/8 of an inch of product in there, and the bottom of the jar is about an inch thick.
Yes.
It would make a great paperweight.
Yes. I know exactly what you mean because it's like mostly jar, and then inside it's like a little vial that scoops down at the.
So they want us to purchase the product more often.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can we save the environment or
That would be amazing. That's where I would advocate for saving the environment. Yeah.
just go with, give me a little tiny, I don't know, eyeshadow palette worth of this stuff that's supposed to.
Yeah.
I learned really quickly you're not supposed to scoop your fingers in and get out a bunch and put it on because it will only last you a day or two.
That's true. Yeah.
But anyway, so that's why are they doing that? Stop doing that. I don't need all these paperweights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just give me the appropriate size packaging for the appropriate amount of stuff
corresponding face for the corresponding
that I've
emotion.
purchased.
Yes.
And that's the way. Put it in
agree.
Look
at Linda.
Put it in a ketchup packet. Just put it in a little packet. Then I could carry it easily in my purse and just squirt a little bit out.
Single doses.
Why, for women our age, are they putting this thing that's going to make us beautiful?
That is a 2-part. Why haven't they fixed that yet? And also,
why are you doing
why haven't they thought of that yet?
Put it in, because we've got lip balm and stuff that come in little.
And Hall Monitor of the World, all in one.
What section does this fit under? But why are you doing it? Who was behind the marketing of it? Maybe it was glass jar sellers that did it.
They're like, we'll sell you, like, this is
beautiful.
We can. Okay, so like if I'm the jar salesman, I come to your.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm from the Jar Salesman, Jars Incorporated.
What?
I think we have. I'm a man and I have a wife, and she uses your product.
Right.
Like
we were just planning on putting it in a ketchup packet.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I just put it in a ketchup packet?
That would be, but okay, just hear me out.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying to understand.
We get a jar.
Yeah.
We make it the heaviest jar we can find.
Okay.
They're going to think, luxury.
That's what they're going to think with a heavy jar?
Yes, because packaging...
They're not going to think paperweight?
No, packaging is everything. They're women. I mean, come on. They're
convenience?
Women. No. Beauty. It's all about beauty.
I could carry it with me?
I want beauty on my face, but
How
I also
beauty
want
on the go?
Beauty sitting on my
You know what works with beauty on the go?
Huh.
Ketchup packets.
That's true. That would be the most convenient, cost-effective, environmentally friendly option.
I'm just saying.
But
I'm so confused. You don't think we can figure it out? You don't think there's angry women all over the world going, what do we do with all these paperweights? Why are you sending me paperweights? I just want your product.
I do like, so the moisturizer that I use, I've just discovered, and I think it's new.
What?
Refills. They do, so you can keep your paperweight jar, because I do have a paperweight jar. And
because we like to put them on our cabinet, stacked up?
I guess. And they like the packaging looks opulent.
Maybe I'm just
and pretty. And I mean,
I'm not a girly girl.
I'm
kind
a
of
sucker for it. I do be a a victim of packaging. I do be a victim of packaging.
I just want to. You know what? Maybe maybe it would hit me better if they would put it in a paint tin. Like I get
Now,
my
that would be
watercolors
cute.
in.
That would be so cute.
Have we just come up with an idea that's going to make us lots of money?
Oh, that would be so
This,
incredibly
look,
cute.
Carrie, this is the palette.
Yes.
And here's
Oh,
your.
you know what it could come with the little, what's the board
Your
called where
me-
you put the,
Yeah,
it's a palette? That's
yes.
a palette. I mean, makeup things are already, like when you buy.
This is your canvas. That's right.
That's your canvas.
This is your canvas.
But makeup, like there are a lot of eyeshadows that come with a palette.
Hey, if y'all are listening, we rarely come up with good ideas. Don't take it from us first.
Little paint cans full of makeup.
I'm gonna do it like little watercolor palette. That's what I'm talking about. They come in little watercolors. Come in. Look, I don't know.
but
I'm
put
holding
your-
this in front of the mic
so you can see
so
it
y'all
if
can
you're just
see it.
listening. No, but if you like, and it comes, you could put a little special brush on the side of the paint can. And so when you pop off the lid, you just dip your brush in and you paint on.
Because that's not a
your
marketing tool that
foundation.
we're sitting here working at and making money personally on.
I
Okay.
would sign up for it.
I think
all
I
day
get
long.
the large jar now. All right, because we're gonna.
I'm still
I
team
know.
ketchup packets.
Well, you said you
No,
you
I
you
know,
like
but
the-
that was
the
I was
marketing.
just telling you
All right,
what if,
Carrie, the
like,
Major
this is
Smile.
what's going on.
We're gonna come out with the Major
Major
Smile makeup tin,
makeup tin,
like
and
makeup palette.
skincare in a paint bucket.
Yeah, to paint this, got to paint the barn. You know what it's time for?
I don't want to say it. Don't
Because
say it.
we were talking about
I don't
beautifying
want you to-
ourselves.
Yeah. Nope.
Um,
La 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 la. I don't
but
want to. I don't
we're
want
gonna.
to.
It's time to
No.
beautify our homes.
No.
Spring cleaning. I was wondering. I was asking you earlier at lunch.
Mm.
Why did that become a thing?
That's an interesting. I'm so glad you
Yes.
asked that.
Carrie?
That's a very interesting question.
With your
Linda.
amazing knowledge base,
Yeah,
tell
no,
me.
I just know these things just
You
naturally.
do.
I just,
Why did this become a thing?
It doesn't happen to be that I've asked the Google. This is actually really interesting.
Okay.
There's some different culturally different ways that cultures have started their own version of spring cleaning, and it comes from just super practicality, expiality, just super practical. But the first one that it brings up is the Persian New Year. I don't know anything about this, but in Persian culture, the New Year coincides with the first day of spring. So they have a celebration.
Like starting anew.
Yes, it's called, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation. Forgive me if you are from this culture, but Khoune, Cohen,
Okay.
Takuni, which literally translates to shaking the house.
Ooh.
I like that. Before the new year
Ooh.
begins, everything in the home is thoroughly cleaned, rugs, drapes, furniture. It symbolizes the removal of the previous year's misfortunes and clutter to make room for a fresh start. So a little bit more into the mysticism probably of cleaning out the bad juju.
Now-
Yeah.
You said we also had some tie into the Christian.
Yes. Well, for sure. So actually Jewish, it goes along with Jewish Passover, spring cleaning does, because you don't
This was
want
so
the-
interesting.
I know.
Tell me.
It's the leaven. The leaven from the bread, which your bread maker, is that yeast or what do you does the yeast
I
leaven the
don't know.
bread?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. Kelly Matthews would know.
Kelly. She's
Um,
not here.
No. So, yeah, they would meticulously clean their home in preparation for Passover. It was
To make sure that there was no.
chametz is leavened bread. Chametz is leavened bread, and the religious laws were very, very strict about like even down to a tiny crumb of leavened bread.
So they would basically
Spring
shake the
clean,
house
shake
as
their house as
well and
well
make
to get
sure
rid of the
that all of that
crumbs
was
was out of their house. And then for just Christianity, I've never heard of this. There is
Oh.
a thing called Shrove Tuesday, and it's just basically preparing the house for Lent. This was historically common in Europe, though.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's just, it makes sense, though,
Mm-hmm.
being tied to faith and religion as a symbolic clean out, get all of the sort of create in me a clean
Right.
heart, oh God, and
Right.
renew a right spirit
Refresh.
within me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I am,
All
I'm
for it?
I guess so. But you know what I'm all for? Outsourcing.
So,
I'm all for outsourcing.
well, I can remember,
I
so
hate cleaning.
growing up, I wanted to know what were some of the things that were considered spring cleaning
Yeah.
back when my grandmother was,
Yeah.
doing it. I can remember that part of the thing was you took the rugs out and you threw them over the wash
Yes.
line and you
Yes.
beat the rugs
Yes.
and you would get all
Get
of
all your
the
frustration
year,
out. Yeah.
the whole year of dust
Yes.
and
Oh, yeah.
and boys and children that came through that would bring you just get that
Tracking
cleaned out.
mud
So that
and
was
yeah.
part of it.
Mhm.
But there was something interesting I heard about the history of Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Yes.
We were not allowed to have Play-Doh in my house. Just
and I think that I understand that.
okay, good.
But if
Good.
it dries, then you just vacuum it up. Like if it dries in the
I guess so.
carpet, you just vacuum it
But
up.
if it okay.
But here's
then
the
you have to
history
cut
of
it out of the
Play-Doh.
carpet sometimes.
So back before gas was the main heat, was a big heating in the home,
Yeah.
gas stoves and everything, you had coal, and coal would leave a big residue on the
Right.
wallpaper that the
Yes.
ladies would send. It
Yes.
would leave this black kind of, and Play-Doh was created you would roll it up the wallpaper, roll it up and down the wallpaper, and it would get that soot off.
Oh.
And then you could kind of mash it into the Play-Doh and keep using it. And
Okay.
well, when all of that gas, when a cleaner way to heat your home came in, the company was going to suffer, right? And it was going to go
Because
bankrupt.
then their gadget wasn't going to be a thing.
And so they decided, somebody like the son-in-law of the company owner or something had read that an article about a craft project to use their it wasn't called Play-Doh,
Sure.
but wallpaper cleaner.
Yes.
He saw an article about a craft
Putty,
project
yeah.
that you could use to do it. And he said, well, let's take it and see if our children at the school, I think he was a teacher at the time.
Uh-huh.
And he wanted it, it said Joe McVicker was the brother-in-law of a nursery school teacher who had seen the newspaper article about making art projects with the wallpaper cleaning putty. And she saw that her students enjoyed it. So all of a sudden, a shift from wallpaper cleaner to Play-Doh. And that is the history
of
behind
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh. And it was probably a part of spring cleaning as well at one point.
Isn't that interesting how you
necessity.
take one thing, the necessity is the mother of invention. Is that how you say that? Necessity is.
We should know.
Necessity. Where would we be?
Anyway, so do you have some?
I do.
You would probably come into my home and say spring cleaning is not high on my list.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I
wouldn't say
would.
that.
If you look closely,
knock yourself out, but I would not say that about your home. My mother, it's so funny. You know how we have regrets as parents? Like we grow up and we think, I regret that I just never spent more time with you. I regret that
I regret that I lost my youngest several times. That was probably
you
not good
misplaced
parenting.
him. No.
Misplaced him.
My mother's biggest regret with me and my sister, my sweet Southern mother, Jane, she regretted not teaching us how to dust more.
Oh.
How to be good dusters. I regret not teaching y'all how to be good dusters. And I was like, out of all the things you could pick, I love your confidence in your motherhood. She's perfect. Like,
do you want to say?
I mean, picture perfect mother.
What causes this regret?
Yeah.
Is it every time you come and
Come to
visit
my
me?
house. My house is dusty. She's running her finger along the countertop. I just regret that you didn't.
Is there some kind of missed joy in dusting that I just never picked up
I
on?
don't feel that at all. I do love the after the cleaning.
Oh,
I
yes.
love it. I will get a wild hair sometimes and think, I'm going to clean out my refrigerator. It needs it so bad right now. And I will start and I'll pull everything out of my refrigerator and it's all sitting on my kitchen island and I'm looking at everything going, I don't want to do this anymore. I just
Listen,
don't. Can I
this is
just
how
abandon ship
that's
and
what I
not?
do. I
But you
lose
can't.
interest
Yeah.
too fast with
Yeah.
organizing and cleaning. But we have a mutual friend
Yes.
that I went to her house, and you're going to know who it is when I say this.
Uh-huh.
And I opened her refrigerator for some reason. This was a long time ago, and she had doilies, paper
Stop.
doilies, in on the refrigerator
Stop it.
shelves.
Stop it right now.
I was like, I just had this envy
Uh-huh.
of like
Uh-huh.
wanting to be that way,
Uh-huh.
having the desire and the capability, and having a refrigerator that would make sense for me to have. Again, they weren't cloth doilies, but they were
Yeah.
paper doilies. But
Yeah.
it
Interesting.
was so pretty.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing too, and this is what I want you to know. If you are that person, like all the high fives.
No, I'm sitting here with envy,
Envy
and I shouldn't
that
be.
they
But
had this some
it's a skill.
people
It's just in a talent.
have that love to elevate things, to make things, because I love to look at beautiful things, and if I can have something in my home that doesn't make sense to somebody else, that looks, it just brings me joy. But here are some do's and don'ts
Oh, do's and okay.
for
I'm sure I will fall under the don't
spring
category
cleaning.
quite often.
And I think this is such a good first do, is work top to bottom. Start from the top.
Oh,
and
that's a
work to the
do, not a
bottom.
don't.
No,
Okay.
that's a do. It says it's the golden rule. Start with ceiling fans, crown molding.
That makes
Which
sense.
is practical because you're going to dust your ceiling fans and your
It's
crown
going to
molding.
fall
It's
all
gonna fall
over
down.
to the furniture and the
Yep. And
carpet.
once when I was having my home repainted, we were and my floors redone. Remember when I had all that remodel downstairs, and I'm standing there talking to my floor guy and my paint guy, and we're trying to figure out which comes first, the paint or the flooring. Because if we do the flooring first, I mean, they didn't know. I was like, you guys have been doing this.
This is
for
what you do
100
for a
years.
living.
Which goes first, the paint or the flooring? Well, if we paint the walls first, then the dust or the something from the flooring gets on the, and he had a good point, and the painter was like, but if we do the floors first, then what if we get paint on the floors? And so it was a conundrum, and I can't remember what we wound up going. I think we did floors first because of all the dust and the
I think you get the dust over with, then kind of sweep down the walls before you paint.
Thing, yeah, though.
Yeah, but you're like, wait a minute.
All these big guys
You
standing around
should
talking.
tell
I'm like,
me.
fellas, work it out. And then there's the 6-month rule. If you haven't used it, worn it, or looked at it since last September, it's a candidate for the donate pile. I have an
Those
asterisk.
are hard for me.
I have an asterisk to
Okay,
this, and
what?
I was telling my husband, I love purging my closet. I do feel like I love getting rid of things. I grew up, we moved many, many times in my life because I was a preacher's kid, and the home my parents live in right now is the very first home they ever owned. So we moved a lot.
And they didn't, that was later in life that they did that.
Yeah, they were retired and they finally own their own home. Like it's bought and paid for. Like they've paid it off. But it was always owned by the church, the home that we lived in.
Mm-hmm.
And so when a better option came up, or they needed to move another family in there and move us to a different home, or, for whatever reason, we'd have to pack it up and move homes. And so therefore we never kept things. We just never hoarded things. We never kept, my parents were not sentimental. I am very sentimental, so it's very hard for me to get rid of things that from my kids that I think mean a lot. But Randy is the complete opposite. He grew up in the same house all of his life, and therefore they kept boxes of things. And when he moved in, so I have this is probably the house that we'll die in. Like we're like, guys, you're gonna bury us in this house. But when we first moved to the Metroplex, he had boxes of his journals that he kept from high school and just huge boxes full of notebooks. And I was like, are you ever going to sit and read through? I don't know. I might read through them. I'm like, okay. So we've carried those journals and it's just, I think he finally let me throw them out. But in this stage of life, my body changes from month to month. And so I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit into that. I've got things that I love that I haven't been able to wear for a year. That's where I'm at trying to figure out.
For me, I always see potential in everything. So I don't bring stuff into my house very often because I don't like I know my capabilities.
To make a decision about it, yeah.
And so, but I always see potential. So the 6-month rule is hard for me because I'm like, I don't want to spend that money later on if I already spend it now.
Yep.
So that's hard for me.
For sure.
Yep.
I love this one. This one kind of makes me happy. This is what makes me get motivated to clean. Refresh your tools. So
you get it. You get
you can't clean
a
your
new
house.
cleaner, a new brush.
Wash your microfiber cloths, or go out and buy some new ones. Replace the vacuum filter, and bleach your mop before you start. I love my Bona mop. Do you have one?
We have probably something similar.
Awesome.
Right.
It's so big. Like the head of it is, the mop part of it is really wide, and it's so great for my wood floors downstairs. But yeah. So I like the idea of cleaning my vacuum cleaner be able to.
I like to buy the tools, and then they sit in the packaging.
Me too.
They sit stored in my pantry.
Part of it.
Going,
Me too.
Hey, this mop and this bucket system that's so neat because it spins. It's like, are you ever gonna open me?
No. Look at her though.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty
In the box.
Things are more valuable.
If I open
you,
then it just gets dirty.
Yeah, exactly. Prioritize high touch surfaces. I don't get that because it's just going to get dirty again. As soon as you clean it, it's just going to get dirty. It says focus on things often missed in weekly cleans. Okay. Door frames.
I can tell you one that often gets
light
missed.
Switches. Okay.
Well, one that's hard for us. We have a 2-story den.
Yeah.
Open, big, tall ceiling den.
Yeah.
And we have curtains on those windows that are also 2-story windows.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to get up to the top of those curtains and get dusted.
Oh, yeah.
And really, typically, I dust those once a year.
For spring cleaning.
Whether they need it or not.
Sure.
Before Christmas. That's when I do those because people come in my home and they can stand on my balcony and they can look down on my window top and see, hey, that is really dusty.
Yeah.
So, but it's hard to do when you have those 2-story.
Yes.
And then where do you store the ladder that you need only once a year or twice a year to get up there?
Yep.
Frustrating.
All right. Don't forget the invisible spots. Oh, that's the don'ts. I'm sorry. I read ahead. Forget what I just said. Okay, we're going on to the don'ts. Never mind.
Okay.
Don't forget the invisible spots. Don't ignore the dishwasher filter or the lint trap in the dryer. These are fire hazards and efficiency killers. I clean out my lint trap every single time I use my dryer.
I do that.
I'm afraid. One of the
mostly because I fluff quite a bit in my dryer. My dryer is also my iron.
Oh, yes.
Where you throw a little wet cloth into the dryer.
I am a big fan of that. Do you
fluff,
wear your clothes just straight out of the dryer?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't
absolutely.
Put them
I do iron some, but
I outsource my ironing, meaning I send Randy's clothes to the dry cleaner and they iron them for me. He's a tall man. There's
a lot of sleeves and collars to get around on that thing.
And the shirt tails and all of that. So they've gone up in prices. So I think I'm going to have to start doing them myself again. But it's fine because I do need to get a new ironing board. Ooh, that'll make me motivated. Is standing in front of watching a Netflix show and ironing his big giant shirts. But one of the things I will be doing for this year's spring cleaning is I need to hire somebody to clean out the dryer vent because
Outside. Okay.
the way mine is structured, it has the last time I had it done, which has been too long ago, but he said there was some curve or something that happened, and I'd had a dryer that I thought was just a trash dryer because it took me forever to get my clothes dried. I had to do cycle after cycle after cycle. Well, it turns out I went and bought a new dryer, and it started, lo and behold, after a few weeks, it started doing the same thing. And I was like, this must be a house issue. And so I hired somebody to come and clean out all of the dryer vents. And he was like, yeah, it was a mess. He said, there's a curve in it, in the way the vent is or something. And so it's not cleaning out. Anyway, it's the way it's all shaped and wired and stuff. But there are many YouTube videos of how to do that yourself without having to hire somebody.
Good to know.
So also, don't buy supplies first. I don't think I like that. Because
Why?
it says don't rush to the store and buy 10 new specialty cleaners. Most of the time, dish soap, vinegar, and baking soda can handle 90% of the work. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely
When
true.
we had window cleaning day at our house, the house always smelled like Easter eggs
I love that.
because we just did vinegar and
Yeah.
lemons, newspaper. Actually, we use newspaper
What is
instead.
it with newspaper that? Because
I think it's maybe leaves less lint.
Okay.
Because
I feel like it doesn't, when the newspaper gets a little wet, does it not leave like streaks of ink?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But that's what
how
we did.
much I know.
Maybe it was because it was a cheap
I've
option.
seen that though. Yeah, people use. I love a good microfiber cloth. Don't try and do it all in one day.
But if I spread it out, then
That's
I spread
true.
the paint out longer.
Yeah, I disagree. I have to have.
That's why I just don't do it.
That's my
just
whole
say
philosophy.
no to
Yes.
spring cleaning. No.
I love getting it all. I love setting aside one day, getting motivated, and giving myself a little treat when it's all said and done.
When the kids were little, we were so good at Saturday chores. We would get them up, but we were like, if we all get busy,
Yeah.
and we just put an hour
Yeah.
of hard work,
Yeah.
maybe 2 hours of hard work,
Yeah.
then we're done, and
Yeah.
it feels so good. And now, guess what? All my little laborers are gone. It's just me and Dad and Greg.
Yep. So, this recommends doing it in 30-minute sprints, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I do. Okay.
I love putting
back it up.
Put a book on, put an audio book on, get
or
your
a podcast like the Made You Smile podcast. I
I can
highly
go a
recommend
lot long, right? Yes.
putting on the Made You Smile podcast and putting on your headphones. See, that would be fun. I've got to do all my spring cleaning. I need some new noise canceling headphones. That's my tool. I'm just kidding. Randy and I actually had planned out, and this was amazing. I need to reinstate this. But our Saturdays were, okay, on this Saturday, we're going to tackle this project that we've been meaning to do for months. And so we would, and block off a time, for 2 hours, we're going to do this one thing. We went from the house that we lived in before this house. We started in the very back of the house because it was a U-shaped house. And every Saturday we worked our way
forward
around our house. That was the best. And we felt good about it.
I've gotten much worse. My daughter came over the other day and I was like, I think I'm worse at keeping my house up than when all four of y'all were running around making messes behind me.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I have a theory about that.
What is it?
I'm wondering if maybe since they're not walking behind you making all kinds of messes, that you don't have as many messes, and therefore the default to be cleaning all the time. It's a habit.
It also could be that I'm old and more lazy, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Just don't care anymore. I don't. I absolutely don't. So figure out what works for you. Your schedule. That's what I say. If you are a get it all one and done in one day, Here's my trick. This is a trick that always works for me. Schedule a carpet cleaning.
Oh,
because then you've got to get all your stuff picked up,
pick up,
or even better, a party.
Oh, that's
Get
good.
a party scheduled, and then
And
everybody's
that's
coming over.
we used to entertain more, and that
Yeah.
was also easier to keep because
Just
you had
plan
this
a dinner
purpose.
party. Just plan a dinner
I
party,
will
and then you're gonna
say,
have to start cleaning.
Greg and I got a carpet cleaner because we were tired of going and renting
Yeah.
one, and
Yes.
we splurged,
Yeah.
and that's been a
Do
great
you like it?
investment.
Do you know
And
the
we
brand?
yeah, well, I will make sure Carrie has it so that she
On
can
our
put it
show
in the
notes.
show notes
Yeah.
because
I'm
it's just before the holidays, before something big, before whatever. Or
Yeah.
we have 2 dogs,
Yeah.
and an accident happens or something happens, then we can pull that out and get it clean.
I
Yes, we
just
love
call
it.
Chris Taylor at Cowboy Chem Dry, and he comes on
And
over.
comes,
Remember Chris Taylor?
yeah.
And he comes on over and cleans my stairway and
Ooh, I do need
my
the
bedroom
stairways are hard.
and sometimes furniture.
Okay, what's another
Okay,
one?
next thing. This is good stuff, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we're
I'm
making a
getting
lot of.
motivated to tell people to clean. Not to clean myself, but to
Okay,
tell people.
this next don't
Uh-oh.
is they have a point. I don't like
Oh,
it, but they have a
okay.
point. Don't over organize before you declutter. And here's why.
Okay,
Never buy cute bins until you've actually thrown away the junk.
because then
Because
you just fill it with the junk.
yep,
Okay.
you're just organized hoarding is what it calls. Because you put the stuff you put the junk in the cute bins, and then you're just going to keep the junk. So purge first,
Okay.
and then buy your organization
Here's my
stuff.
argument on behalf of people who have my particular brand of ADD. It is hard to put stuff away when it's behind a door or
Yeah.
in a drawer
Yeah.
because it stops existing.
Yeah,
And then you buy
yeah.
they call it, it's funny because they call it an ADD tax. Because
Oh,
you
yes.
spend more money because you
Interesting.
don't see what you already have.
Yep.
I mean, this is the whole reason I would love to move to open shelving in my studio because I do like
Oh,
organization.
yeah.
I do like my workspace to be clean.
Yes.
I do like organized space, but it is hard once I've put it in a drawer and away from, I don't know, it's just
Yeah.
hard.
Totally.
Anyway,
No, I feel that. Yeah.
so I can understand people who like just the bins, like putting stuff in bins where I can see it, but it's not shut behind a door.
Um, Here are some just pro tips and
Okay.
tricks. Put a damp microfiber sock over your hand like a puppet. It's the easiest way to clean individual slats on blinds or reach behind the TV.
That is brilliant. Say that
Boom.
again. Put a
Put a damp microfiber sock over your hand like a puppet. You can reach your hand in the
wait.
things.
Can you buy microfiber socks? Or are they talking about the fuzzy socks we wear? Are
I
those
don't
considered
know. I'm
microfiber?
curious now if there are like if there's a microfiber.
Can I attach googly eyes to it
Yes,
so it's
you
like
can.
a Cookie
And you can
Monster that's
also
eating the dust?
you can also have a puppet show when you get bored. Yes, there are microfiber socks. You can get them off of Amazon. I'm looking at them right now.
There's people screaming at us going, y'all don't know about this?
You can get yeah, for $7 you can get 5 pairs of microfiber socks.
All right.
Oh, they have just before I closed out Amazon, they have socks that you can wear on your feet and like skate around your floor and
That's
clean your floor.
awesome.
The lemon microwave hack. Have
Do
you
they
ever
have
tried
wait,
this?
wait, wait. Do
Oh,
they have socks you can wear on your feet that if you jump up and down on your laundry, it will fold it
no,
and wash it and put it away?
no.
Or microfiber like breeches that you put on, pants that you put on, that you sit on all the laundry piled on your couch,
Yeah.
and it puts it away.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Well, I'm gonna wait on
Unfortunately.
that then.
Unfortunately. The lemon microwave hack. Have you ever tried this?
No.
Place a bowl of water with lemon slices in the microwave for 3 minutes. Let it sit for 5 minutes. The steam is the magic. The grime will wipe right off with 0 scrubbing. I have tried something, a hack like that with, I want to say vinegar, and it did not work, and it just stunk. So this might be a better
Lemon.
lemon
I would
water.
love to fill my house
Water,
with
a
the smell
bowl
of.
of water with lemon slices in the microwave. 3 minutes. Let it sit for 5. It's the steam afterwards. That's the magic trick.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
The entryway audit. Spring is the time to swap out the heavy winter doormat, which is the gatekeeper for your home's cleanliness. A fresh, high-quality mat stops 80% of the dirt from ever entering the house. Switch out your mat.
But my dogs won't ever wipe their feet on the
Guess
doormat.
what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? So last week, my husband went to visit his parents, and he took Gus, our little,
Gus.
cute looking over
He's
there,
so tiny, he
He's so
doesn't bring
seeping.
stuff in.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Because he's got all that fur.
Okay.
And this is the time, especially during spring in Texas, because this is our rainy season, which means mud, which means, tracking that stuff in. But he started teaching Gus how to wipe his feet on the mat before he comes in. So he actually looked up how to do that, and it goes in phases.
So
of how
I'm
to
going to teach my dogs.
That's another
how to...
cleaning hack. Is
What?
how to teach your dogs how to wipe their feet when they.
I want to try. I've seen some doormats that are supposed to special kind of be for that,
Yeah.
where the dogs walk in and it's better at grabbing the muck off of their feet.
Yep.
Okay. More.
And that's
it?
That's the pro tips and tricks. Yes, but here's what I want to know from our listeners.
Okay.
This is what I want to know. And you tell me too.
What do they consider spring cleaning?
Sure.
Things that need
that
to be
would
hit?
be great. What is the most random thing you've found ever while spring cleaning?
Ooh.
My mother, no joke, before we even decided to do this segment, sent me a text this morning and said I was cleaning out some files and look what I found. And it's just the announcement of my engagement to Randy in the paper, in the Fort Smith paper, which was so sweet. And I was like, wow, if I could, and my picture was in it. I was like, if I could go back and tell that girl a few things, that would be amazing.
One of my most fun finds, I would say, I'll start and then y'all tell us, was I found a silver dime in my couch. I mean, when do you ever find a random coin and it actually be a silver one?
Yeah.
And it was silver.
Yes.
We were excited.
Okay. So we're going to play a little game.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
Keep, toss, or gift.
Oh, okay.
From your kitchen.
Okay. Oh, this is stressful.
What are some things?
Because I have decision making paralysis. You'll ask me what I want for lunch, and I'm like, whatever you want.
So
okay. I'm gearing up.
Wait, hang on.
I feel the stress building already.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you or have you ever had a banana hanger?
Yes.
Keep, toss, or gift?
Well, we tossed it recently, so I'm going to say toss.
Okay, because you didn't use it.
They would either hang on there till they got so ripe that they would fall off the hanger themselves.
Oh, that's funny.
Or
I love a good banana bread. I love a good banana bread. So I will look at those bananas and go, I've had one and it's not sweet anymore. I'm just going to hold out for some really good banana bread.
Probably a quick story that got me away from the banana hanger is that we have two sons that are colorblind.
Oh.
And I would buy bananas to hang on that to ripen so that they're to my enjoyment of eating.
Yes.
And to most normal people.
Yes.
But Caleb never knew they weren't ripe because they were green. And Caleb learned and trained himself that that's what bananas taste like.
Oh.
Is the unripened
type.
And so from then on, whenever I bought bananas, he would eat them unripe.
Yeah. Wow.
And he enjoyed it.
Fun fact, you can write on bananas. So I bought a banana and my son or daughter, I can't remember, ate the last one. And so I wrote on the banana, do not eat this banana. There were like 2 bananas left. And I wrote my name on it because I was like, if you eat this banana. And also, if you put a banana in your kid's lunchbox, you can write the message on the banana.
Interesting.
Write a little
so
banana joke
was there a
or
rule
something.
in your house that mom gets the last banana?
Yeah.
But we have that rule.
But I mean, save a banana for me. Y'all don't eat the bananas. I eat the bananas. And then on whims, y'all are like, I feel like a banana. And they'll go in and eat it. I'm like,
I do have that rule except with Diet Coke. Don't drink the last.
Don't you dare.
Don't take my last
that rule. Do not
Diet
come
Coke.
in and drink my last Diet Coke without.
Give me another one.
and this is a good one, your souvenir cup collection. You go to Scotty P's Burgers, and Scotty P's has the plastic tumblers that you take home with you. And I have a collection in my
Those I keep.
kitchen cabinet.
I keep those. They stack easily.
Yeah.
You can keep. They're small.
Yeah.
I mean, when they stack up that well, it's easy to put a bunch of those in the back.
Yeah.
I am not a sentimental person. I first of all don't collect souvenir.
This is hard for me. Yeah.
I don't collect souvenir
Yeah.
cups. And we have a massive amount of cups that are important to everyone else
It's true.
in our
Yeah.
cup thing. And so I
Yeah.
don't feel the freedom to toss.
The hardest thing for me right now is the coffee cup collection. That's
what,
piling
yeah,
up
that's what I'm
in
talking about.
Yeah, that is. Everybody feels like they have to buy.
And I've asked Greg before. We have like
Please, can
a
we
weird,
get rid of this? Yeah.
a weird corn one. I'm like, I don't know where it came from. I
Shaped
don't.
like some corn.
Yes, I don't know who this is important to. Should I? And if it might be potentially sentimental, Greg's like, nope,
Yeah.
nope, keep it.
Yeah.
So,
The emergency spice rack.
what's an emergency spice rack?
Your cream of tartar, marjoram, that expired during the previous administration.
I have only, so I do a limited spice thing that I use regularly, and I have to replace them fairly regularly, so I don't have an emergency.
Yeah. Well, the
one.
verdict on this one is toss.
Well, now,
Spices shouldn't be vintage, it says.
right. And okay, so toss the spices, and also like people will gift you nice little spice
Sure.
sets or something,
Okay,
and you
yeah.
kind of probably never break into them,
Yeah.
and that's kind of easy for me to
Yeah.
toss.
Yeah, the verdict also on the souvenir cup collection was toss. It says you have a favorite mug, you know which one it is, let the other ones go. So
That's my philosophy.
I need to purge some of my coffee cups because
Okay.
I don't drink coffee.
Now the kids will get
One
me
person in our
when
house.
okay, I have an exception.
Mhm.
The kids will get me something that they know is special to mom.
Mhm.
So our love of Harry Potter growing up, that's special. They got me a Harry
Okay,
Potter
yes.
mug.
Yes.
No one is to touch that mug.
Correct. Yeah.
So
All right. This is another round. This is the closet
Okay.
confessions round.
okay.
This is a good
You're
one.
better. I'm not going to be very good at this.
This is a good one. And there's quotes around one word of this. The goal jeans. Do you know what the goal jeans are?
Yeah, I do, and those always make me feel bad. So I'm kind of good at tossing.
I have a pair of gold jeans. I have maybe 2 pairs of gold jeans that I had to. This one's so funny. I had to get rid of them because they went out of style.
Yeah,
That's
but
what-
they'll come back
They'll
in.
come back in. No, they are low rise. And
Oh,
they
how
were
funny.
my favorite style of jeans back in the day, long and lean from the Gap. They I always got so many compliments on them, but they were low rise, and so my belly cannot
The
handle.
muffin top
I
will
can't
never
do-
go back to
mm-mm.
that.
All right, the next thing, yeah, the verdict.
I have to
was
say,
donate. Yeah.
I grew into the fact that when I finally realized that clothes that are too small make me feel worse.
Yeah.
It's the same approach I had to my hair when I realized
Yes.
that coloring my gray hair
Yes.
was making me feel worse about myself.
Yes.
Then I was like, I'm letting it go.
So here's what we have to do for that. We need to change the verbiage, the title of the gold jeans to the shame jeans.
Right.
Get rid of the shame jeans.
It makes
Get
me
rid of the
feel
shame
bad.
clothes.
I'm different.
Yep.
Let's normalize aging.
Buy, if it's that important to you, buy new ones when you
Right.
hit your
When
goal.
you hit your goal.
Okay, this I'm having struggle bus with. Freebie tech t-shirts. Like you run a 5K, you have a corporate retreat, or a voted shirt from the last
Yeah.
decade.
No.
Yeah, the verdict is toss.
Toss.
Or turn it into a
and
dog
again, I'm
rag.
not
Yeah.
sentimental unless it was because a lot of times those T-shirts aren't the best quality
Exactly.
material,
Yep.
and so
Yep.
I'm with you. I love 100% cotton, really nice
Yep.
T-shirts. So
Instruction manuals. Toss. I say
everything can be
toss.
found online now.
Online. Yep. Exactly. That's the point. That's what it says too. The verdict is toss. Okay, this is the last round. You ready?
Okay,
This
yeah.
is the sentimental struggle round.
Oh, see, that won't be too hard for me.
Old greeting cards. Happy birthday, love, grandma.
No, but here's what I will do now.
Yeah.
I keep voicemails.
Yes.
I make sure I hang on to a voicemail
Yeah.
and stuff. But
I was looking, behind me, I actually did save. I was cleaning out our storage room, which is Graham's old room now. Graham's old room, but now it's storage because we don't have any storage in this house. And I was cleaning some stuff out of Rachel's things, and she's looking at like the little, just those plastic file drawers you can buy from Target. And I was just cleaning that out because I was like, I'm just going to donate this plastic file bin because it still is a good thing. But she was like, yeah, clean all that stuff out. And I can't get rid of one birthday card because it is in her papa's handwriting.
right,
My mother-in-law always signed the cards, her and papa, Nene and papa.
right.
And this is the one because he don't tell any of the other cousins. She was always his favorite. And so she was just always his favorite because she just loved her papa. She would always come up until she just couldn't, either one of them couldn't handle anymore. She would go sit in his lap. And so
Well,
he wrote the message, and I was like, this is the one thing we
that's what
have
I
in
would
his
say.
handwriting. Yeah.
If you have a card that has a sample of how your grandma used to
Yeah.
write lovely words to you,
Yes.
encouragement and
Yep.
everything, keep that sample.
Yep.
But I don't know if you need 100 of the same sample.
And that's their point too, is keep the ones only with long handwritten
Right.
stories. And they had a good idea too. Scan them.
Oh yeah.
If you just can't get rid of it, but you really want to, scan it into your computer, and then keep a
make room.
file. Yeah, sure. Make a little collage of them and put it in a frame and hang it up.
I will
with a
point
picture
out
of them.
here's
Yeah.
and you're going to have some more. I loved I found a woman that made quilts out of
Yes,
t-shirts
t-shirts.
of my kids.
Yes,
So for
yes.
Caleb, I think for graduation, I took
love
all of his,
that.
because Caleb is my sentimental
Yes.
child.
Oh,
He's
he
incredibly
is so
sentimental.
much. Yes.
So I took all of his camp t-shirts and special high school t-shirts and things growing up,
Yeah.
and had her make a quilt. And that was a good way to.
Yeah. Yep. The verdict on the greeting cards was toss. And then the next one, this is where I'm at. This is my testimony right now, is the mystery cord box.
Oh,
This is a box with a tangled nest of HDMI,
that would actually probably be hard for me.
micro USB, and chargers or phones that don't exist anymore.
I'm trying to figure out why I am this way, but it's not that I grew up I grew up well cared for.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with spending money again on
Yeah.
something you already have. And I wonder, I worked through school. I worked full time for a couple of my years at school. There were times where I got down to it being kind of scary
Yeah.
about how you were going to put gas in your car,
Yes.
things like that. Money
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
an issue. I don't know if that's why I hang on to it, but there
Yeah.
are some things like I've got that. I don't want to purchase it twice.
Right.
What if I will need it down the line? That's my
so
hardest
hard.
thing.
Yep, that is so hard. The verdict on that was tossed.
Tossed.
And it's important. There's a thing called e-waste recycling. You can, I mean, I don't go just extremely out of my way to get rid of things. I'll just toss them, to be honest. I think most of us do. You can, if you are ready, just as a side note, going back to the kitchen, if you need to get rid of your pots and pans, take it down to the scrap metal place, because they can reuse. They want you to do that, and you can get money from it. They'll weigh your scrap metal
Find a
and give you a
mom.
few bucks, and then you go to Starbucks for being responsible.
Or find a mom
Yes.
getting ready to send
Yes.
a college student off.
Yep.
We always need every college. You inherited. Your mom was always excited to
Yeah.
send you off to college because she got to
She
replace.
got to get rid of.
Mom
And
gets a new
I-
set of
I
pants.
use that stuff. My mother-in-law loaded me up with a bunch of things, and we both come from, if you don't go out and buy a new shiny one just because you're tired of your old one. If it's functional, don't do it.
My mom has her original set. My
Wow.
86-year-old mother, who's been
Wow.
married 72 years,
Oh my
has
gosh.
her original set of mixing bowls that everybody is looking for. Those,
You can't find them.
and you can't find them.
Yeah.
And that's how good my mom took care of things.
Yep.
And
I used my mixing bowls that my mother-in-law handed down to me, And I got made fun of because I posted a picture of something I made in the bowl, and somebody commented on the post that it looked like a hospital bedpan. My mixing bowl did, because it was that pink. It was that,
Yeah.
and they bit the dust when I think somebody had set them too close to the stove, and I think it melted, or somehow the plastic broke off. They were just that old.
I will
They were
say,
not real quality mixing
I
bowls,
think,
but I used them until they just couldn't be
well,
used
I think
anymore.
one thing that the generations before us did better is what we do toss too much.
Yeah.
I mean, in sometimes we do decide we need pretty and shiny
Yes.
over what's still functional.
Exactly.
And I'm guilty of that. I
Yeah.
would, I want something to look pretty sitting on my
Yeah.
counter
Yeah.
instead of something used and old. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
that's what the
Half finished hobby supplies.
well, I don't. That's hard for me to say.
Well, your painting is not a hobby.
Right.
That is your profession. For one, though, for me, I have just found my Meemaw hobby, which
Yes.
is I've started to embroider. I have to show you my project I just finished. I'm so excited. Um, and it was hard for me I had to start a pile of the thread. They call it floss, of the thread that I'm not using anymore. Like when I've used it up on my needle and I don't need that color anymore, so I've had to start a pile to get rid of that, because I know, unless it's just a really long thread, I will keep that in my bag that I've started designating for all my stuff. But yeah, I can see how that's going to be an issue if I don't make a
Okay.
decision, a rule right now to
I will say the crafting materials are expensive, art materials are expensive. If you have a young person in your life that you can, and you have some good quality stuff, I would always take a picture of it, because half the time when I take a picture of something and text it to my daughter-in-laws or
yeah,
my daughter,
yeah.
do you want this? A lot of times they say yes. And so I
Oh,
box it
yeah.
up
That's
and
a good
take it to them,
idea.
because
Yeah.
that's money that when they make choices about where our money goes,
Yeah.
something for themselves that let them create is probably on the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
so true.
look
Yeah.
and see if there's a young person that you can, if
Great
it's in good shape,
idea.
don't give them the
Yes.
half thing of
Yeah.
craft glue.
Yes.
But
I need to get in on that, because I've got
right.
so many of our college kids at the
Yes.
Heights that are artists and that love the hobby aspect of it. So if you have stuff that none of your
Yes,
girls want, you let
absolutely.
me know, because I can.
Because I've ordered supplies and it hasn't worked for me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is not a bad product. It just doesn't work for what I need
Yeah.
to do. But
I have to give Gen Z and young millennials and millennials a huge high five. Let me just tell you how amazing your generations are. The thrifting and the
right,
upcycling is such a huge deal right now.
right.
And I am all for that. I think people are really starting to wake up to fast fashion, which is just, it's cheap clothing that you're going to wear for a minute and it's going to fall apart, or it's going to look cheap after you've washed it a couple of times. There are so many quality brands in a thrift store that you can go, and it looks amazing on you, but it's just such well-made stuff. I was watching a video of how a few of retailers, a handful of retailers, sold out to big corporate organizations, and so they've lost the quality of their clothing. Gap was one of those, and I love Gap. I love Gap Factory, but the quality of their fabrics has gone way down. But they don't charge any less for it. They're still
Mm-hmm.
charging their Gap prices. So go and thrift and find those vintage. They're there. They're there because some Mima has cleaned out her closet
Right.
and
Brenda
gotten
is,
rid of her
she's really good at
husband's
that.
polo shirts that he's worn, and you can find some of the best things.
If shopping were enjoyable for me, I'm
Yeah.
sure I would do
Yeah.
that.
We had a that's the fun thing that's just happened with our college kiddos is one of our ministers said, "Hey, he goes, I've got a weird thing that I just need to pass on to you. Somebody just dropped off a UTD cap and gown. And so I don't know." And I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to want that, because you're graduating from college, you're going to want your, And I put it out there yesterday in life group, and
Yeah.
somebody texted me right after and goes, "Do you still have that cap and gown?" I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "Oh, I need that." Because I'm graduating. I'm like, done.
You know,
Yes.
I've seen in that generation. I thought for us, like I still have my wedding dress and some wedding memorabilia
Yeah.
was precious to us. You know, it
Yeah.
would be something to save.
Yes.
I've seen that it's not quite as precious, which I approve of. I mean,
Yeah.
that people are saying, "Hey, I've got a wedding gown that
Yeah.
you could wear
Yeah.
and not
Oh,
have
I
to
love it.
spend all that
I
money."
love it.
That's money that
Yep.
you don't get back, and
Exactly. And you got to think about long term. What are you going to do with it
it's
once you're
hanging in
done
my
with it?
closet.
Mine is hanging up in my closet. So
I still have Brenna's prom dress hanging up in my
I do
closet
too. I do too.
because it
Now,
was so pretty.
I know Rachel's we did go old school with her prom dress, and it's timeless. So I
Yeah.
think it would be
But
in
still, what
style.
good is it doing hanging in the closet? Somebody needs to be wearing it
Somebody needs
because
to
it's
be wearing
beautiful.
it. There are so many organizations that you can, especially those prom dresses, for organizations that will
Help the
take
young.
used prom dresses and help girls and boys that can't, otherwise afford to go and buy that. So anyway, the half finished hobby supplies, the verdict,
Is it toss?
gift.
Gift. Okay.
Yep.
I got it right. I got
Yep.
that one right.
Pass it on to somebody else
Yeah.
who actually has the time or the want to, or just is looking for something fun to do. And if you know that hobby, go sit and spend time with that person and show them what you've learned,
Oh, that's a good
about
point.
how
Yeah.
to do it. So anyway, I feel like we've
What?
gotten a lot
Sure.
done here.
I am so motivated for y'all to go start cleaning, spring cleaning. Y'all get after that.
I'm so excited for you guys. Yes, we are so
You're gonna
motivated
feel
for
so
you.
much better.
You will feel so much
And
better. You
good,
let us know how
right.
that feels once you get all your spring cleaning.
Yeah, because I won't be there yet.
I feel like we've made a lot of progress.
You ready to get busy and clean your home?
Nope.
Nope, me neither.
Not even a little
I
bit.
want to feel joy at the thought of
I
cleaning.
know.
My mom would she would get excited
I
about
know.
the spring cleaning.
I did not get that.
It's not in my it's just not in my makeup.
It did not get passed on to me. I like the after it's clean. I really love just when I make my bed and I like get in the bed at that night and it's all clean.
Last night was our fresh sheet.
Oh,
That's
the
first
best.
night on fresh sheets,
That's
and
the
I loved
best.
it. And I vacuumed the bedroom before we got in.
Now, see,
that was good.
I do love for my bedroom to be spotless because I love to be in there. If it's cluttered, I can't concentrate on what I'm doing. But I
But I didn't get the
I didn't
just the
either.
excitement about spring
I know,
cleaning.
I didn't
I'm ready to send all of y'all off.
Yeah, yes.
On y'all have a joyful experience cleaning your homes.
Go do you, boo boo. We always love to end our podcast with a verse from Scripture, and I feel like the Bible does talk a lot about getting rid of things that we build up in our lives, and just purging and just getting rid of all that. But this is a verse that talks about, because we've been talking about getting rid of old things and really just sort of getting the clutter out.
And recognizing those things of value,
Yes.
but recognizing what does not bring value to your life anymore.
Now I
And you
remembered
go-
what I was going to say.
You let go of it.
I lost my train of thought a little bit ago. You and I had the big opportunity to go and perform for the CDC conference, the Child
Yes.
Development Center conferences that they had last
Which
Friday.
we were a little bit apprehensive about because we have not performed in a while.
In a while, we're a little bit rusty, but I had fun. I
Yes,
think we
we
had
always
fun.
have fun when we go.
Their
and do this.
whole theme for their conference was called pace setters. So run the race with endurance, and part of that verse is to throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. But so it is, I think it is a biblical concept of cleaning your house, of getting rid of the old things, and
I need to look at it as a biblical illustration for my life,
Yeah.
and I should see it
Yeah.
like
Yes.
the expression of it in my life
Yeah.
through spring cleaning.
I think so. I think that might be the best motivator of all.
Okay.
But the verse that I want to leave us with is one of my favorite books ever is Isaiah, the Shakespeare of the Bible. But this is in chapter 43, and he is talking about the Savior, the coming Savior. And he says this, it starts in chapter 43, verses 18 and 19. He says, "Remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." So good.
Well, just,
He's doing a new
His-
thing.
that's right. And also when we see again,
Yeah.
my favorite verse,
Yes.
in this world you're going to have trouble. So when you
Yes.
see all of these things happening,
Yeah.
remember, he knows. He's
Yeah.
got it going.
Yeah.
He's doing a new thing.
He's doing a new thing.
There's this new thing
He's
that's
doing
going
a new thing. So me spring cleaning would also be me doing a new thing because that's not that's
Yeah.
not a thing of old.
I'm going to, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm going to form a new habit. Probably
yes, probably not. But we can dream. We can always have good
And
intentions.
that's the good news that we have, and that we're given and that we're told about repeatedly. And the reason Carrie and I like to close with, Jesus loves you.
Can't mess that up.
It's a thing.
You can't
it's
mess
this,
it up.
It's this
you
thing.
can try and clean and just not be a very good cleaner, but you can't mess it up. Just because your house is messy, Jesus still loves you.
That's right.